Good day. My name is Tabago, the project leader, and I would like to introduce our system called CHMSC Fortune Town Organizational E-Bulletin Board System.
In March 1984, the Microcomputer Electronic Information Exchange was inaugurated using a software product called the Remote Bulletin Board System. This information exchange system was to serve a growing federal and private sector constituency interested in receiving information about computer technology using their personal computers. By the end of its second year of operation, MEIE had recorded over 30,000 callers. Our society is now being reshaped by quick advances in information technologies, computers, telecommunication networks, and other digital systems that have hugely increased our capacity to know, achieve, and collaborate. Over the years, Carlos Delgado Memorial State College Fortune Town campus continuously developed to address the needs for faster dissemination of information in the entire institution, especially in updating and posting memos, events, announcements, and school information. Currently, posting and updating of information are done manually. The manual method of posting and updating the bulletin board is time-consuming, disorganized, and vulnerable to misplace of the information to post. Carlos Helado Memorial State College, formerly Paglaom State College, is a public educational institution that aims to provide higher technological, professional, and vocational instruction and training in science, agriculture, and industrial fields as well as short-term of vocational courses. Institutions such as Kamsi Fortune Town has to cater on co-curricular activities and also updates of upcoming events that the school had planned for the entire academic year for the students and personnel for keeping a well-rounded individual. The school presently is using the old style way for the dissemination of the memos, events, announcements, and other school information. The proponents developed an automated bulletin board for Carlos Hilado Memorial State College. The automated bulletin board will make the dissemination of information and events easier. With this, members of the institution will receive quicker updates of information and encourage active school engagement. This study aims to design and develop an electronic bulletin board system. Design and develop an electronic bulletin board system for Carlos Hilado Memorial State College, Fortin Town Campus that can encode announcement, memo, and events. Students can view events, activities, and news updates. View information among users in relation to schools, activities, and announcement through the system. Allow all the departments of the institution to view the school-related activities electronically. Generates calendar of activities, announcements, events. Evaluate the acceptability of the system using the adaptive survey instrument based on LON 2001 measuring usability with the use questionnaire. The input contains the essential information to be posted in the bulletin board. The admin is the one who is in charge of the system, and the authorized person are the one who have the access to post important announcement. These are the things needed by the system to produce an electronic board. The scoop. Dissemination of information in Carlos Memorial State College Fortunatang. This system will only display announcements for school upcoming events, school newest updates, and lost and found. Delimitation. Viewing is allowed for all students and even the visitors, while authorized persons only are the ones allowed to update and acknowledge. The proposed system can only be operated through local area network.
Good day. I am Giles Cordoba, the documenter of Team 7 from BSIS-4B. I'll be the one to present the Chapter 2 review of related literature. Our first local studies, Bulletin Board, created by James Pilans, headmaster and geography teacher at the Old High School in 1801. It is a surface intended for the posting of public messages. For example, to advertise items wanted or for sale, announce events, or provide informations, bulletin boards are often made of a material such as cork to facilitate additions and removal of message, as well as a writing surface such as blackboard or whiteboard. Then the second, RAPS board, digital bulletin board using Raspberry Pi in wireless technology, made in MIA on 2015. This study enhanced the existing bulletin board using LED or LCD monitor that display data such as text and image. Using Raspberry Pi, a credit card size single board computer connected to LED or LCD monitor via HDMI to VGA port could make a display output. Raspberry Pi offers connections to web browsers. One can send data such as text and image using mobile phone or tablet with a network of connections of Wi-Fi. The RAPS board is an alternative way to post an announcement or advertisement. Are foreign related studies. First, display message on notice board using GSM. Research in India publication on 2013. It presents an SMS-based notice board incorporating the widely used GSM to facilitate the communication of displaying message on notice board via user's mobile phone. Second, wireless electronic display board using GSM technology. Created by Jagan Mohan Reddy on 2013. This paper deals with an innovative rather an interesting manners of intimidating the message to the people using a wireless electronic display board which is synchronized using the GSM technology. This will help us in passing any message almost immediately without any delay just by sending a SMS, which is better and more reliable than the old tradition way of passing the message on notice board. Third, electronic bulletin board and bulletin board system. Created by Yoichi Miyazawa on 2002. This present invention provides an electronic bulletin board communication between people having an appointment to meet. Message sender and receiver is possible by using common electronic bulletin board placed at the meeting place, requiring no knowledge of the email address of the other party. Related system on the table shows that some published system has missing functions, which we added on our proposed system. Most of the system doesn't have the features to print reports, which for us is very important.
Hello, good day. My name is Ben Villa, and I am the programmer of Kamsi Fortune Town Bulletin Board System. And today we will discuss the chapter 3, which is about methodology. So first, we will discuss about software development life cycle. Software development life cycles, the proponents follows the standards prototyping model to define and present solution for the problems identified in the studies. In this model, the stages have some connection, meaning that there are many tasks that happen concurrently. This model has a lot of advantage. It is flexible to correct mistakes and can make changes that leads to less effort and time in working the project. The system development development process model is broken down into different phases. Basic phases of the system development processes are as follows: planning, analysis, design, prototyping, development, and implementation. So now let's go to the other phases of software development lifecycle. Requirements. Requirement space. The researchers first identify and observe what is lacking in announcing the information to the students inside the school and develop the approved title with the final list, which is CHMSC Fortune Electronic Bulletin Board System. In this phase, the researchers are focused on announcing the information through electronic bulletin. The researchers collect necessary information to produce and develop the system. The plans created with the help of researchers' time, cost, quality, and scope. The researchers studied and understand all process and gathered the info and details that would be operating the system. Second phase is quick design. Quick design. In this phase, the proponents gather idea and spend a lot of time in visualizing design before drawing on bond paper and putting the design into code. The proponents gathered information from the students and faculties. Through gathering information, the proponents figure out a solution to their manual system and enable this process to introduce CHMSC Fortune Town Organizational Bulletin Board System. Third phase is build prototype. In this phase, the proponents takes all the planning, analysis, design, and an actual system. This is where the creation of the different physical features, documentation, coding, and system prototype will happen. The proponents create a database where all the info will be stored after coding. The testing was then observed to eradicate several errors in the system. Next is user evaluation. After the system is done and ready to use, the respondent is willing to render to the fully functions CHMSC Fortune Organizational Bulletin Board System to conduct training on how to use or manipulate the system. In this phase, the proponents develop a code based on the requirements, tested the input and output functionality of the system to make sure that the system is working and quality of the system. Second to the last is refining prototype. After the tests have been done to ensure the quality of the system, the proponents conduct a survey to the user of the system to test and to check the error in the system. The proposal of the error will be arranged to software and to give it to the administrator when the system is correctly implemented. Last is the implement phase, maintenance phase, and design phase. Implement phase. In this phase, the system was created. Carlos Hilado Memorial State College Electronic Bulletin Board System was installed. User training was complete. User documentation was delivered and post-implementation was reviewed. Upon completion of the phase of the system is in steady state production. The system must be well kept in order to guarantee that it is working well. Maintenance phase. In this phase, the last portion of SDLC was software development lifecycle. This stage is the time that the system will be upgraded or updated by company needs. The system required maintenance in order to keep the system functionalities. Last but not the least, design phase. Design phase. In this phase, the proponents gather idea and spend a lot of time in visualizing design before drawing on band paper and putting the design to code. So So now let's go to the operational possibility. The operational possibility is the CAMSI portrait down organizational bulletin board system can help the school to easily announce the updates and events. Under the operational possibility, at the front end, the front end is a software interface designed to enable user-friendly interaction with computers. In this study, the proponents will use JavaScript as the main scripting language while HTML or hypertext for providing the user interface for the system. As for design, the proponents use CSS code. Under the front end, HTML or stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and jQuery. jQuery is a lightweight, write less, do more JavaScript library. The purpose of jQuery is to make it much easier to use JavaScript on your website. jQuery takes a lot common tasks that requires many lines of JavaScript codes and a method that you can call with single line of code. Last but not the least is the JavaScript. JavaScript is most commonly used as a client-side scripting language. This means the JavaScript code is written into an HTML page. When a user requests an HTML page with JavaScript in it, the script is sent to the browser and apps to the browser to do something with it. So now let's go to the backend. Under the backend, there are database, PHP, and MySQL. Database is a collection of information that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. Computer database typically contain aggregations of data records or files containing information about sales transactions or interactions with specific customers. Second is PHP. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. No, the acronym doesn't follow the name. It is an open source server-side scripting language used for the development of web applications. By scripting language, we mean a program that script-based line of code written for the automation of tasks. As is MySQL. It's a freely available open source relational database management system or RDBMS that uses structured query language. SQL is the language for adding, accessing, and managing content in the database. It is most noted for its quick processing, proven reliability, ease, and flexible use. So now let's jump to the hardware specification. Processor, Intel Core i3, and RAM is 4 gigabytes, hard disk 500 gigabytes, video card, TV, and graphics card Intel HD. Next is software specification, operating system, software Microsoft Windows version 7, programming language, software PHP, HTML, CSS, and Sublime. Version PHP 7.3, HTML5, Sublime, text version 5. Database is MySQL, version MySQLi. So let's go to the architectural diagram. This is the process of our bulletin board system. So our use case diagram. So there are admin, Admin is the main, and users is the users. Go for the users evaluation requirements, and viewers go to the users evaluation, and admin can access all the requirements of this case diagram. So let's go to the data flow diagram. So as you can see on the screen, admin ends with viewers. So here we go to admin, data, login history. Admin encode users, user table, user, encode events, announcements, lost and founds, etc. Events announcement, gathering data, display all data, filter from data store to viewers.
Chapter 4: Presentation, Analysis, and Presentation of Data. This chapter presents the gathered data and the researchers' analysis and interpretation of the result of the distributed surveys on the design program. Carlos Siladar State College, Town Campus, Electronic Bulletin Board System. Presentation. The researchers selected the respondents using the proposed sampling and indicate the proposed system to the respondents. After the system demonstration, the researcher distributed survey questionnaires to the faculties and students of the CHMSC Fortune Town. The survey questionnaire were provided and approved by the authorized professors of the department. Data analysis. The collected results of the survey we review and given in this part. All the data that we gathered from the respondent will be composed, analyzed, and understood. Interpretation of data. The population composed of the Carlos Hilada Memorial State College, administrative officers, faculty, and students. The proponents got 51 respondents from the administrator, faculty, and students. In the line with the usefulness of CHMSC Fortune Town E-Bulletin board system, it yielded to a mean score of 4.71, which can be interpreted as strongly agree. The result proved that the system is useful in helping the user to be more effective, more productive, and meets their needs. It has also met their expectation as the usefulness. With regards to the ease of use, proponents also lead to a mean score of 4.66, which can be interpreted as strongly agree. It shows that it is easy, simple, and flexible to use. It is also considered as user-friendly and would be liked by anyone who will use it. Ease of learning portion also derived with a mean score 4.69, signifying that the respondent strongly agree that the Kamsi Fortune Town Capstone archiving management system can be learned and easily and remember quickly. In terms of satisfaction, the mean resulted to a score of 4.59, which can be interpreted as strongly agree. It verified that the respondents are satisfied with it. They also would like recommend to their friends the use of it. They also feel the need of using and find it very pleasant to use. System usability yielded to a mean score of 4.65, which interprets as strongly agree. It shows that the respondents can effectively complete their work using the system, and that they are comfortable in using the system. They can also be productive in their work with the help of this system. Overall, the respondents were very much satisfied in this system.
Chapter 5: Summary of Findings, Conclusion, and Recommendation. This chapter presents the summary of the system project, the findings, and the conclusion based on the data analysis and the previous chapter. Summary of findings. This study was conducted for the purpose of designing a CAMSI Fortune Town electronic bulletin board system to objectively result to a faster, efficient, and effective disseminating of announcement. The descriptive method of research was utilized and the survey technique was used for gathering data. A questionnaire served as an instrument for the collecting of data. The executive director, then guidance, OSA, registrar, library, and the other offices in charge of the system were also included in the system for future use. The survey was conducted during the school year 2020-2021. Conclusion: the Kamsi Fortune Town electronic bulletin board system is essential to the school in giving actual information to students, less trouble and easy to use. The efficiency of information in dissemination will greatly help the administrators of the institution. Therefore, the school committee should support, advance, and facilitate in the development of automotive system proposed by the computer studies field. The relative simplicity of functions and satisfaction suggests using the purpose system offers an effective method of efficient information dissemination. Our recommendations, based on the information gathered, for future proponents to improve the feature of the system and touchscreen monitor. And that's our capstone documentation. Thank you for watching and listening. God bless.